Hey guys, Big B here. So in this video, I wanted to show you a knife that is a little bit different than what I normally show. For those of you that follow me, you know that I'm normally showing knives like this traditional slip joint made by GEC. But when I first got into knives and started my knife journey, if you will, I was more into the modern folding knives like this Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This one is upgraded to titanium, but now over the years, my tastes have changed, and I've kind of shifted more over to the traditional side of things. Although I still do like modern knives, but this one right here checks both of those boxes, and I'm absolutely in love with it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. This is the Tactile Knife Company Ranger. Now, what sets this apart from your typical traditional knife is that it's made out of titanium. It is DLC coated. It has Torx bits, so you can take this knife apart. It's in Magna Cut HRC of 63 to 64. And it was designed by Jared Oser. And when Jared made the prototype of this knife, he showed it to his, I believe it was his neighbor, who was an Army Ranger, and that's where the name Ranger came from. But they call this a Bowie style blade. To me, it looks like a Lanny's clip, and that's one of my favorite blade shapes that there is. So this was a no-brainer for me. I had to have it. So it has a carbon fiber shield on it. They call it white techno carbon, and I think it's very unique. It pays homage to the shields that are put on traditional knives. So I think that's pretty cool. Very nice half stop. Amazing snap. This is like an 8 or an 8.5 on the pull. It is very strong. And when it's in the half stop position, you can see the back spring is completely flush. It's beautiful. And you can also see that it is nice and finished, very precise on the inside there. As, you know, like on a knife like this, as beautiful as it is, wipe it down real quick. You know, you would look at this and everything about it is gorgeous, but on this, you can see in there, it's still a little rough. But there were no corners cut on this knife right here. Everything is finished and it just looks great. So I have it in this. It doesn't come with the sheath, but I bought this after I had it for a while. This is a sheath made by Greg Stevens Design. His logo's right there. And he is out of Utah. He makes watch straps, wallets, belts, all kinds of leather goods. But as you can see, I've been carrying this for a while, and it's already got some dings, and you know, it's starting to mold to the knife real nice. So it's in there very secure, and I just drop it right in the pocket. So you got Tactile right there, and then that logo is the Jared Oser. And then you got white on the threads on the front. You can see there, but then when you turn it on the back, they're black. I thought that was a pretty cool touch. So you take it out of the pocket, pinch the sides, knife comes right out. So I like that a lot. If you're able to see, I might have to see if I got a flashlight nearby that I can maybe get in there and show you. It's milled out. You might be able to see in there. The titanium is milled out to reduce on the weight. So you might be able to see in there. Yeah, that's a pretty good look. So it only comes in at 3.5 ounces. So it's very, very manageable. Doesn't weigh hardly anything. And, you know, I just think it's an awesome design. Reminds me so much of a Lanny's clip, a Tony Bowes Lanny's clip. I'm sure that's where the inspiration came from for Jared. And Tactile did an amazing job executing this one. And I'm very happy to have it in the collection. Came crazy razor sharp. The grinds are very, very good. I haven't used it super hard, just haven't had the need. I've cut a few things, couple packages, stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, I think that this would be an amazing user. When you have it in hand, you can feel the ergonomics and the position of the blade. It would just do very well if you needed to do any kind of task with this. So the only thing that I'm not so crazy about is when you go to close it, because it is swedged on the top here. You might be able to see that. It's not sharp, but it does come to kind of a good apex there. So when you go to close it, it's not comfortable. It's like it's not cutting you or anything, but it doesn't feel natural. It feels like you're putting your hand on a live edge, even though you're not. And I mean, it's not a big deal. It's once you do it a couple times, you know that that's the deal, and it doesn't hurt. But it doesn't feel like you should be using your hand to close it like that, if that makes any sense. But if that's the only knock that I really have on it, is that that swedge on top there is kind of not sharp, but sharp at the same time, if that makes any sense. So the back spring is made out of stainless steel, but it is also DLC coated. And it's going to be interesting to see how this DLC holds up over the years. Like this one right here, this has the DLC coating on it. I've had this knife for 13 years or so, and you can see the DLC on this is held up really, really well. So, but modern, you got titanium, DLC, and so that's, I thought that was a good representation. And then, the traditional right here obviously has all the other elements. So as far as size, it's about the same size as a buck 112, maybe a little bit shorter, but quite a bit thinner, as you can see there. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this something that you'd want to explore, or is it doing too much? For me, it's the perfect blend of traditional and modern, and I really like it. And it's getting carried, and it's getting used. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And as always, I thank you guys for stopping by. And remember, live life on the edge. Take it easy, guys.